And Thailand's newly elected Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-Cha has called for national unity. He has also thanked lawmakers after they chose him to fill that top job, following a marathon session that saw both houses of parliament voting in a combined ballot. The 65-year-old won 500 votes to comfortably triumph over his sole rival, of course, who was Thanathorn Juangroongruangkit. The opposition politician only managed to secure the backing of some 244 lawmakers.
I'm disappointed, I'm sad, but it is expected. There's nothing unexpected tonight. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to campaign harder. I'm going to work harder. The result tonight shows one thing, that we haven't worked hard enough.
Mr. Prayut has been in power since the 2014 coup, and the vote essentially completes his transition from coup leader to a civilian prime minister endorsed by parliament. But the former army chief, he faces several key challenges, one of which will be to unite a politically fractured country, as May Wong explains.
Thank you and everything will be the same. Those were Mr. Prayut's initial remarks barely 24 hours after parliamentarians voted for him to return as Thailand's Prime Minister late Wednesday night. In a statement issued later, Mr. Prayut thanked all in Parliament for a smooth and orderly session. He also thanked the opposition MPs for performing their duties, even though they rejected him. Mr. Prayut called on all to work together for the sake of the nation and the citizens, because the country still faces a number of problems. Prime Minister Prayut has called on all to contribute in helping Thailand in its political reforms in order to ensure prosperity, sustainability and stability in moving forward. Now, one major upcoming task will be for Mr. Prayut to chair the ASEAN Leaders Summit, which will take place in Bangkok in about 2 weeks. And Thailand is determined to ensure that the event takes place smoothly.
เดี๋ยวก็จะถูกโจมตีวิจารณ์อีกว่าไปยกมือยกไม้ไปแสดงความเห็นผูกมัดประเทศไทยในระหว่างการประชุมอาเซียนโดยที่ยังไม่ได้แถลงนโยบายนั้นทำไม่ได้ตรงนี้ก็ถ้าเป็นเช่นนั้นการที่จะถ้ามันจะไม่เสร็จแล้วก็ไม่สามารถคำว่าเสร็จในที่นี้คือแถลงนโยบายนะก็ควรจะทอดเวลาออกไปเพื่อที่จะให้รัฐบาลนี้สามารถดำเนินการได้เพราะว่ารัฐบาลนี้มีอำนาจเต็มในการที่จะไปเจรจากับระหว่างประเทศยิ่งเป็นนายกรัฐมนตรีคนเดียวกันเนี่ยความเชื่อมั่นก็ไม่ได้ลดน้อยถอยลงแต่อย่างใด
But confidence is not what some Thai citizens have for Mr. Prayut. Citizens have taken to social media to criticize Mr. Prayut's return as Premier. Hashtags like RIP Thailand and Not My PM have been trending online. They accuse the military regime of altering the system to entrench their power and also object to the appointed senators who voted as a bloc for Mr. Prayut. But the military government rejects those accusations, saying they were complying with the constitutional rules.
This is according to the Constitution, Article 272, and which is the provisional, the temporary provision, and passed the referendum already, and people accept and agree that in the first 5 years we have to let the senators vote in the election of the Prime Minister. That's the rule.
Although Mr. Prayut remains as Prime Minister, the Thai King will still need to give his approval. Mr. Prayut will also have to decide on his new cabinet makeup, this time including members from different political parties, in exchange for them helping him retain his seat. May Wong, CNA, Bangkok.